Good evening and welcome to Beats, Beds, and Browns. My name is Joe Skibby, and tonight we're excited to have Isaac Castor from the city of Michigan. Growers and go-getters, diggers and beat flippers. Tonight we have a voice from the mitten and a pen sharper than a garden blade and delivery smoother than compost tea. A torchbearer of Detroit's underground, blending storytelling, clever punchlines, and soulful production. Isaac Castor steps into the garden tonight. From mic sessions to mushroom missions, this MC keeps it rooted. Make some noise, make some mulch. You're tuned in to the one only show where sound meets the ground and the ground meets the brown. This is Beats, Beds, and Browns.
What up, Doe?
Welcome, Isaac. We appreciate you, man. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're excited. We're going to kick off the interview like we always do with the question known around the world. Where you at, where you been, and where you going?
So I came up in the Ann Arbor, Michigan hip hop scene originally. I moved to Michigan in 2004. Most of my like actual blood families in Indiana, like outside of Indianapolis. But I've been, Michigan for 20 years now. I've been living in the Detroit area since 2019. I was in the city for 4 years, and I'm now living in the suburb of Ferndale. So, yeah, man. And I don't plan on going anywhere else. I mean, you know, who knows where life will take me, but I don't see myself living anywhere other than Detroit. I love it here. So
awesome. And I know we'll get to this later, but Michigan summers or Detroit winters, what do you got
there? Man, there's not too many places and times a year that can beat a Michigan summer, in my opinion. Like, it doesn't get too hot. Like, we got all the lakes. Like, it's just the best. And yeah, I mean, Detroit winters are probably on the opposite end of the spectrum, so that's a pretty easy question.
Yeah. Cold as hell, right?
Yeah, man. Super cold.
Fair enough. How has Michigan influenced your sound, and how does that environment, continue to shape the sound as you evolve as an artist?
Well, I feel like just when I really started to meet other rappers in the scene when I was like in middle school, like early high school, like just the like mentors that we had at the like MC workshop programs and stuff at the teen centers I would go to, like I feel like Jay Dilla is kind of like the godfather of like the sound that is like preach, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you came up like and were into hip hop in any different, like, Atlanta or New York or Cali, it would be totally different. But I feel like just like the tutelage that I received, it was like that slum village was kind of like here's what the best that we have to offer. I personally was very influenced by Eminem before I even moved to Michigan. My dad had put me on to Slim Shady LP from the library on the edited version when I was like, I don't know, somewhere in elementary school. So yeah, man, those are probably like the two biggest ones early on coming up. But like now we've just got so much talent and so many legends from that era that are still around today. Like, it's insane. Like, Guilty Simpson, Elzai, Royce da 5'9", like those. That's just like the tip of the iceberg. Like, it's insane, man. I can't believe.
Were all of them in
part of this music scene?
Yeah,
yeah, I would say so. I mean, like, I guess Elzai, it was in Slum Village, so like that's kind of redundant, maybe. But like, yeah, Guilty was like coming up in that scene with the Almighty Dreadnoughts. Eminem was doing shows with all them too. Yeah, man, it's kind of crazy that they all are around the same age and coming up at the same time.
Yeah, what an incredible process to be a part of, where you were able to learn early on that hip hop can be an outlet for you and that people were investing in it. And again, talk to starting at 13 and turning it into a career.
Yeah, it kind of just came out of nowhere. Like, for a while, like I was kind of just like plugged into hip hop communities, like online on like MySpace, like chat rooms and stuff like that, and like battling people on there, typing like out like battle raps and stuff. And then like I think like like 7th going into 8th grade, my mom found out about this teen center called the Neutral Zone, and that was like the first time I had ever really been exposed to other like rappers my age in my area. And so like started doing shows with them there, like Battle of the Bands and stuff like that. And then started doing bigger opening gigs for people like Mac Miller, Freddie Gibbs, Pusha T, and kind of just built a local buzz. And yeah, it's just like unexpected, but it was cool, man.
Nice. You've worked with some ill producers. Who brings the best out of Isaac Castor?
I think Foulmouth probably at this point is like my favorite producer to work with. Like he's got a really good mix of my vocals. He's got a really good understanding of the type of beats that I want to hear and that I want to rap on. And we're just like, he's like one of my best friends on a personal level, and that just makes it really easy to work with anybody. So yeah, I would definitely have to give him.
The yin and the yang concept, like you guys each bring your separate parts, or is it more collaborative in being that you're so close friends that you're able to talk through any creative challenges that come up?
I would say it's both. Like we're definitely able to like talk through creative challenges. Like there will oftentimes be like a lot of song, like every album that we do, we'll usually cut at least like 5 or 6 records that don't make the cut. And
entire oftentimes be tracks
or yeah, tracks, sorry. And it'll be like yeah, no, we have every album we do, we got 6 songs. Yeah, we'll like have to like shave a bunch of songs off just to like make sure we're only taking the best ones, and it'll be a dogfight sometimes. Like I'll think that someone like absolutely needs to make it, and he'll feel the like, you know, and vice versa. And a lot of times it'll work. Like usually, like whatever one of us comes to a compromise, it usually works out. Like we both got a pretty good feel, I think, for what our fans want to hear. So it's not too hard.
Nice. And talk to me about your creative process. Are you always pen in hand? Are you walking and talking into your smartphone? Do you free flow as the beats are presented? What's it look like for you?
I wish I was one of those like more, I guess I should say less lazy than I am. Like the main way, like when it comes down to like, as far as you were saying, like walking around and writing stuff down, like I'll like think of like a punchline or a concept or something. And I have like a list of notes in my phone that, you know, and then I can come back to and kind of like build rhymes based off of that. But as far as I try to like get at least 1 verse written a week. And luckily I've been having a lot of people reach out to me for features, which just like keeps me busy without like needing that, you know, I mean, having to make myself do it. Cause like, for me, it's like, I feel like we really got to like, if you're trying to write good verses, you got to be willing to write some trash and like not beat yourself up about it. Like, and just sit with it and be able to move on to the next one. Cause sometimes I'll write some shit and be like, man, I guess I just don't have anymore. And then I'll like take too long of a break. But anyways, that was a long-winded answer. But
no, it's anything though, right? You learn more from failure than you do from success. And the more you put on paper that you don't like, it helps sharpen the sword to get to what you do like.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What's a song in your catalog that means the most to you? You know, maybe a point in time, or maybe one of the things you're most proud of?
That's a good question. I would say, I feel like the one surprisingly that it's off my me and Foulmouth's first album from 2020, Rabbit Hole 1, and it's not like the most important to me, but I guess it's like the one recently that I feel like a lot of people will tell me that resonates with them, and so therefore I'm like, oh, this is kind of why I do it. Like, you know, I mean, it's just people are relating to it. But it's a song called That Ain't Love, and it's just like, I don't know, it's a song that I feel like is, I mean, even looking back, it seems kind of toxic to me now in certain ways, but like, you know what I mean? That's what love is to a lot of people. And so, yeah, I that one definitely jumps out to mind. But I could also go up another one off that album, the title track, Rabbit Hole 99 Bottles. It's a track that kind of dives into alcoholism and history of it in my extended family. So, yeah.
So a little bit of therapy and a little bit of recognition kind of mixed in.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely both those tracks were therapy for me. I think like that album was, I was going through a lot in my personal life at that time, and making it definitely helped me work through it for sure.
How about what is keeping it all together during a time like that to be able to create something that resonates with your audience?
For me, it was just like a new experience, kind of that style of working. Like, I had been in college for like the 4 years prior pretty much. And so like I had some producer friends out there, but they were more like kind of venturing into like the dubstep side. Like I hadn't really cracked into the boom bap community out in Kalamazoo, Michigan, where I was going to college at. And so when I moved back out here to Detroit and linked up with Foulmouth, like I was pretty much like, I was living out in Ann Arbor for my first year back over this way on the east side. And I was like driving 45 minutes to work. And then I'd like go work at his house and make tracks and then spend the night there and then like go work and then like drive all the way back home. So I was just like, I hadn't really like done that before, but it was cool because it was like, I don't know, it made music. It was a lot different than me just like trying to sit down in my dorm room and like, you know what I mean, pen some shit and like try to find a beat from somebody I know and like trying to put it together a project that way. So it came pretty naturally.
And was that a energizing exercise to be able to know that you're going to be working on your craft and escaping maybe some of the doldrums of campus?
Yeah, absolutely. Just getting away from that environment and into something new where music is the main focus, and we're still having fun, you know what I mean, and smoking weed and that kind of stuff. But yeah, it was definitely good for me.
Nice. I think I let you off the hook earlier with the where you're going, so this one kind of taps into that. It's if hip hop is the soil, what are you planting with your music? What do you hope your legacy looks like, and what do you hope to accomplish throughout your career?
I guess I would say I really just like want to leave like a legacy of someone that like bettered, or not better isn't the right word, but like helped foster a positive environment in the Detroit hip hop scene. Like as like the next generation comes of age, like I just turned 30 and there's a handful of other cats my age where I feel like we've got the talent and like the support network of our OGs that came before us that like we can really make some shit shake. And so I really just like don't want to make an ass of myself and like, you know what I mean, embarrass those people that vouch for me. And so but then as far as like I'd also like, I'm trying to get more into producing, and I think as I get older I'll probably try, like, I mean, I don't know how long I'll be rapping. Maybe until I'm 60, maybe not. But I could see myself definitely at some point being more full-time on the production end. And I also really want to get into DJing just because the DJ culture out here in Detroit is so crazy. And it's just like a great way to foster community. And also like, I don't know, I know a ton of homies that don't even like need to really work a job. They just get to play music at bars. I'm like, I want to do that. So, you know what I mean? There's a little bit of that too.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's, find that crossover, right? We all got to work to live, unfortunately. But
yep.
In terms of that, we interview a lot of emerging artists, and they struggle with studio session versus live, merchandising, brand building on social media, streaming revenues. Like, how do you balance that? And what did that look like? I mean, going on 2 decades, right? You started around 13, like that's insane.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would say I've like as long as I've been doing it, like even when I had a lot of the like buzz like starting to bubble up when I was younger, like I wasn't really on the serious end of it. Like I wasn't pressing up serious physical media. I wasn't doing merch. I was kind of just like, it was really still like kind of almost the tail end of the internet mixtape age where like, you know, I mean, everything was just free downloads online. And I wasn't even really thinking as far as like, how am I going to turn this into money? And I wish I had had the foresight to be more like that earlier, but yeah, trying to balance it now. I don't know. It's fun for me. I like designing stuff and pressing it up and, connecting with people in person and signing stuff for them. And my least favorite part of balancing all of it is probably the marketing end of it. I feel like just a lot of the social media promotion that's expected can like come off as kind of corny, at least for me. I'm still trying to like find ways to be authentic and like, I don't know. I feel like if I try to be funny, I'm not funny. It's only like, it's just, and so like doing something scripted doesn't come naturally for me. But I also feel like the content that I do produce as far as music videos and just like rapping in front of the camera and stuff like that, it seems to do well. And so I'm just going to try to continue to do what I'm doing and see how it goes, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. We all hope you keep it up until you're 60.
Thank you, man. I definitely will. Yeah, no doubt.
After that. We talked a little bit about your writing and perhaps being, more of a lazy lyricist, but you ever write bars while you're walking in nature or outside, or do you have an outlet? I mean, coming from the agri-hood capital of the nation, you got to be involved in gardening somehow.
Yeah, well, I would say I do a lot of walks with my dog. So I spend a decent amount of time outside moving around. I did a lot of gardening for my dad growing up, like laying mulch and that sort of stuff. Now that I'm like free from his, I don't have as much of a green thumb as I would like. I've got a backyard and stuff locally, but I need to start actually like growing my own foods and that sort of thing. But we'll
get you a seed kit. We'll get you started, man.
Yeah, good looks, man. Yeah, no doubt. I'll definitely put it to use.
Nice. What would 16-year-old you think of the music that you make now?
I think he'd be impressed. I think looking back at the music I was making then, I think I've definitely come a long way. So I think he'd be excited to see that he didn't lose a step at least. So yeah.
Nice. You mentioned a lot of Detroit area influences. Is there an artist either in Detroit or nationally that you'd really like to work with that you haven't had the opportunity to yet?
Number one on my list right now is Bruiser Wolf. He actually hit me up to work, just like commented on one of my videos randomly a few months ago and said
shout out to Bruiser Wolf. He's coming to Chicago. Yeah, I think 14th or the 17th. It's in my calendar, but I heard him and he's unlike anybody I've ever heard. It's fantastic. That'd be a great mix.
Yeah, man. I'm wrapping up a project with my homie Gully right now, and I've got one joint I'm trying to get him on. And I mean, he's obviously blowing up, so like I can't hold it against him. He's on the road. I think he's playing San Fran this week too. So like, it's just kind of like, well, I've still got a gap in my schedule where I can wait a little bit. But I mean, if I don't get him on this one, we'll definitely get some in the near future for sure.
How about pressing to get a top three collaborations? That's a great one.
Like dream collaborations?
Yeah.
So that would be number one, you're saying, then two more?
If that's your number one, yeah.
All right, yeah, sure. I guess right now that's like, at least because I know it's like attainable and like in the works at least. Number two, I would really like to work with Elzai, who I mentioned earlier, just another one of Detroit's top tier lyricists. And then I guess number three, I would put Royce on there. Those are all three guys that are like the best of the best from this area. And I would like to, at least, I know I get washed by all three of them, but I at least like to take a stab at,
you never know, man.
Yeah, you never know.
It's you always hear the collaborations where the emerging guy ends up stealing the show, and that's part of the game, right?
Yeah, man, it does happen, but those three specifically, it's really hard to do.
Nice, fair enough. So talk to me about Game Boy and prior iterations of Isaac as you've evolved.
So yeah, it started off before I moved to Michigan in 2004. I was living in Chicago suburb, Naperville, and my neighbor across the street was into writing raps like right around the time I moved, and so he came to visit. And he was like, hey, you're going to read this rap that I wrote and we're going to perform it in front of your parents. And after that, I was like, that felt so cool. And so I just like kept writing from there. And then, yeah, like obviously I was talking earlier about going to the neutral zone and linking up in that scene. But yeah, I guess like for a while, like it was kind of like, I don't know. There was a moment where I was like, telling all my like friends from like elementary school that I rapped and stuff, but like, it got to a certain age where people were like kind of poking fun of me. And so like, I didn't like publicize it as much, but then like, once they like started realizing that I had some like actual emotion going, they kind of like let off of it. So, I mean, like you learn who your friends are too that way, but yeah, man.
What is it? The followers versus supporters are two different things, right?
Yeah, man, absolutely. Like, I don't know. I feel like I know a lot of artists that get wrapped up in like expecting like artistic support from like their really close friends. And I, luckily now, like most of my friends do support me and, you know what I mean? But I don't like, those aren't the people that you can count on. Like most people are going to support you and like, you're never, like, you might never interact with. So, I mean, in the internet age, you interact with most of them in some way probably, but you may never meet them in person, I guess I should say.
Sure. What's a lesson that you've learned that you would share with artists on the come up that, you know, with the wisdom of close to 2 decades in the game that you would share to somebody just starting out?
Do as much as you possibly can in the time that you have. It might seem like when you're younger, like that time is just moving super slow and that you're going to have forever to figure it out. And we do have a lot of time to figure it out and you will, but you also don't want to look back and be like, damn, I was like, I wish I would have done this, but I didn't believe in myself to go for it. Or, You know, I mean, whatever it could be that's holding you back. Like for me, I was talking about like my laziness. Like I wish even now I still had more of a prolific output compared to most of the rappers in the underground. But yeah, I guess that would be my main piece of advice. Just like go as hard as you can, and especially when you're young and you know you don't have to like take care of kids and stuff. Like go travel and go like network and branch out in other scenes. Like that's still something I haven't done. That like I still am in a position in my life where I can still have time to do that. But it's something I wish I had done more of in my 20s for sure.
Yeah, so it's funny, you know, I'm reading some of the bio and talking, you know, you featured in XXL and working with Statik, Selektah, and you know, I'm hearing more of the local scene in the community that you've built and you're building, right? So, I mean, there's something to be said about that as well. Can you talk about that environment and how that's helped you as an artist?
Yeah, it's really everything. I mean, like it doesn't have to be like you can be in a like you know, I mean, you can come up from anywhere in the internet age and get a following and make a career out of this shit. But I just feel like being in my situation that I'm in such close proximity, such to a music scene with such a rich cultural history, like I gotta try to tap into it as much as I possibly can.
Nice. Anything else you want to feature or talk about before we roll into hard hitters and wig splitters?
No, man. Get it.
All right, I don't know if you've watched the show or not, but this is the yes or no, do or die, this or that question and answer session. We'll fly right through it, and you'll have a chance to close out with where people can learn more about you. All right, Joe Skibby with Beats, Beds, and Browns reminding you, if you haven't gotten your free seed kit, we're giving away 100,000 free seed kits in the next 10 years to get people started growing their own food. We've got Isaac's commitment for his spring garden.
Yes,
and
sir.
You can find that information at beatsbedsbrowns.com. We'll ship anywhere in the contiguous 48. So that, do or die, yes or no, quick quiz style question and answer session. Isaac, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. East side or west side?
East side.
East side. Freestyle or written?
Written.
Boom bap or trap?
Boom bap.
MF Doom or Black Thought?
Doom. It's close though.
Dilla or Madlib?
Dilla. Also close though.
Nice. This was the Detroit winters or Michigan summers question.
Yeah. You already know. I'm going Michigan summers on that one for sure.
Yeah, Michigan's beautiful all the time, all the way up to the Lake Superior and all around Lake Michigan. Live performance or studio session?
Live performance.
Nice.
You want me to just give quick answers, right? You don't want me to expound upon anything.
Yeah,
all right, cool. Yeah, make sure I'm following the rules.
Yeah, no, there's no rules, man. It's all.
All right, cool.
You've ever seen that? There's no rules. The points are made up, and we just choose the winner at the end. So.
All right.
Garden gloves or bare hands?
Garden gloves. I don't like getting dirt under my nails.
Yeah, there you go. Analog or digital?
I guess I don't really have a real preference. I feel like the OGs would say analog. I feel like I've mostly been exposed to digital. I'm going to say analog.
There you go. Throw back.
Yeah.
Bars or hooks?
Bars.
Lyrics or flow?
Flow.
Nice. Solo dolo or group collab?
I think group collabs are more fun.
Fantastic. And the final question, do or die?
That's the question?
Do or die?
Do, for sure. Yeah. I mean, we're all going to die one day, but yeah, you got to try to do.
Yeah, you could just say living is dying too, right? You could.
Yeah, also true.
Fantastic. So, again, if you've got anything you'd like to share, let everybody know upcoming concerts, where they can find you on social. We'll wrap it up. I'll take you into the green room, and you and I can cut it up a couple minutes before we close. But the mic is yours.
I think officially right now my concert schedule is pretty wide open. So if you're in, I mean, really wherever you want to book me, hit me up. But I do have a couple projects coming on the way in 2025. One with the homie Gully from Bruce Brigade, and then another one with the homie Machacha from Denmark. So I'll probably be doing at least a release party for the Gully project because we're both here in Detroit. But yeah, at least I'll definitely have at least one headlining gig coming up soon in the next few months here, hopefully.
Fantastic. Well, make sure you let us know about those dates. We'll get them up on our social. We'll send it out to our e-newsletter list. And I forgot to talk about the Chicago to Detroit home and away, where I actually saw you for the first time at Sub T.
Yeah.
Show. I think John Connor, Dango. That was a phenomenal show. I hope you guys do that again.
Yeah, man, I would love to be back. Yeah, that was my first time really doing a show, and made so many good connections out there in the Chicago hip hop scene. Shout out to Rufus Sims, shout out to I Am God, shout out to Fillmore Green. Bunch of cool people were at that show. That was insane, especially for, I didn't know what to expect going into it was a Thanksgiving weekend, I think, and I didn't know if a lot of people would be back home. But I mean, you guys, as the Chicago scene, turned it out. So we really appreciate you guys for showing love for us when we came through.
Absolutely. It was a great show. And yeah, I got turned on to a lot of new acts at that show. So we appreciate you coming out. Yeah, with that, thank you for your time. I'm going to pull you out into the green room, close out the show, and then I want to cut it up with you for a minute or two.
All right. Sounds good, man. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Isaac. All right. That was Isaac Castor. Season 6 of Beats, Beds, and Browns is wrapping up promptly. If you're interested in hip hop, gardening, and bourbon, you're in the right spot. Make sure to tell a friend. Get your free seed kit. 100K in 10 years is the hashtag, and you can register at beatsbedsbrowns.com. Our goal is to get people growing their own food, face food independence, and cut the chemicals and crap that we're putting it on. And we like to have some fun and listen to some dope music while we're doing it. So happy planting. Again, my name's Joe Skibby, and enjoy your evening.